Yes. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. We are starting now.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I'm starting now, sir. Respected Dr. Sunita Didi Chandak, our Dean Academics, Professor Padmanabh Acharya, faculty members, registrar, officers, staff members, parents, and my dear students. Ministry of Education has undertaken an initiative named Manodarpan, covering a wide range of activities to provide psychosocial support to students, teachers, and families for mental health and emotional well-being during the COVID outbreak and beyond. The aim of Manodarpan is to help students to live their lives happily, effectively, and productively, and become resilient over time with the help of life skills, even in the face of challenges and roadblocks. Under this initiative, all students from schools, university, colleges, institution of higher education are covered. I'd like to inform about the toll-free national Manodarpan helpline number 844-844-0632. Amidst COVID, it's time to reflect and align oneself to the new normal. In these times, there's a need to invigorate ourselves. In our pursuance, we at National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Nitie Mumbai, have also planned Manodarpan series of motivational session. This will be a series of 4 sessions. We invite you along with your family members to kindly attend these sessions. First of the 4 sessions on re-engineering from within has been scheduled today. If it comes to re-engineering us, who better than Bapu Mahatma Gandhi and Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri to begin with? As it is the day we celebrate their anniversaries, let us understand perspectives of re-engineering ourselves this way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure that amidst us is the august presence of our Dean Academics, Professor Padmanabh Acharya. He is a professor at National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Nitie Mumbai. He received his MTech and PhD from Department of Industrial Engineering and Management at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, India. He has close to 30 years of experience in teaching and research. His research interest includes industrial engineering systems, dynamics, logistics, supply chains, and project management. He has about 70 papers in international journal and conference proceedings. Currently, he is working as Dean of Academics in Nitie Mumbai. Sir, I cordially invite you to deliver an opening remark, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Nikhil Mehta ji, and Dr. Sunita Didi Madam, and all these faculty members, their families who are present over here, and all my dear student friends who are scattered far and wide throughout the country. As all of us know, it has been more than 6 months since this pandemic has hit us in India. As a result of which, as institutions, we have been forced, for the safety of the students, to relocate them to their respective hometowns from the hustles and bustles of the universities and institutions. And Nitie is no different. I still vividly remember the night of 16th March this year, when all of us congregated in our directors conference room in the wee hours to deliberate on the fallout of this COVID. And because of a host of issues, including, of course, the government directive that we had received instantly at that point of time, we had to take this conscious decision of asking the students to vacate the hostels and go to their respective towns. And at that point of time, we thought that it will be hardly a couple of months before which the pandemic will, the effect of pandemic will subside and things will be back to normal. How wrong we were at that point of time. So it just went on and on from there, and now it is the fag end of September and we are still grappling with this crisis. So such kind of crisis not happen every other day, and something of similar nature happened almost 100 years back. So all of us, young and old, whether we are kids or we are in our 80s, octogenarians, we are facing this kind of a situation for the first time in our life. And particularly in my role as Dean of Academics in a prestigious national institute like Nitie, I would be sharing some of my experiences in last 6 months to apprise all of you. We didn't have any option but to conduct many things from their academic perspective in an online mode. So the students of the second year batch who are supposed to move out of the institute in hardly 2 months, they are all stranded at home. Their final year exam was to be conducted. Because they had all got their jobs and were supposed to join, their academic program cannot wait any further. So we conducted online tests for them and evaluated the answer sheets and swiftly published their results so that they can smoothly move out from Nitie and join their respective organizations where they had got offers. So that was our first experience. Then we thought for the junior batch, the then junior batch, things will be back to normal and we will conduct in an offline mode in the institute, only to be proven wrong again. And then we conducted their online end module exams, and subsequent exams is also now underway. So there have been 3 sessions of online exams, and in between 2 sessions of online classes which is going on, because we cannot afford to hold all these things. The show has to go on, and they have to go out of their system in the same time in which their predecessor had gone. So otherwise, if we delay all these things, then there would have been further delay in their academic curriculum, which will be a wastage of time for them and wastage of vital 6 months or 1 year if that would have been prolonged. So different smart platforms, electronic platforms were explored and have been provided to students, and all our teachers, faculty members are conducting their online sessions. And because there are many things which go on during this time, when they had been staying in the institute campus in form of interaction with the industry experts, panel sessions, expert lecture series, entrepreneurship, distinguished entrepreneurs coming and delivering talks, motivational talks to the student, apprising about the latest developments taking place in industries. So there were many things that would have happened during the time which they are unfortunately missing. So in order to see that they don't lose out on these vital inputs which are beyond the normal classroom activities, we provided them with many initiatives. Some of these include value-added lecture series, interaction with the industry experts. Then we conducted microcredit courses in latest areas which are in vogue and which have not been included in our curriculum, because normally the curriculum get revised every 3 to 4 years. And a lot of things happen nowadays because of the technological boom. And industry cannot expect the students to wait, or they cannot wait for 3-4 years to see that kind of value in students. whom they induct in their institutions, organizations. So in order to bridge the gap between the industry expectations and the students' present level, we conducted many such microcredit courses on latest niche areas. So my call to the student community is, don't get disheartened. We have taken enough initiatives to see that you are not lagging behind. And let me also apprise you that this is the era of information age. You all have been champions of Googling to anything and everything at the click of a mouse, okay, on your fingertips. So it is another opportunity for you to be introduced into the wonderful world of internet and all the technologies changes that are happening throughout the globe. Even though this has been a challenging times, it has also opened up new opportunities, new avenues. In fact, reorientation in your thought process, where you will get to know the many things that are coming up. So institute, from an institute side, we are providing you enough opportunities, and we are more than willing, just as you are, to accommodate you once all these government imposed restrictions are removed, as we get positive guidelines, and we hope that all this pandemic situation subsides. Because all of you, please remember, above everything else is our health, and our life is more important than anything else. Life hai to sab kuch hai. So that is most important. So rightfully, government is also taking all these issues into considerations when they are step by step unlocking the different situations. So large-scale congregation of individuals in a confined locality is the last thing that will be opened. So till then, we have to bear. Just like in a classroom, there will be 100 students at a time attending a class. In a movie hall, there will be 200 people watching a movie. In a cafeteria, there will be 300 people sitting together and taking food in food courts. So these are a large-scale congregation of individuals, which is to be avoided at present state of affairs. So as and when things subside, and let us all hope together that things subside for the betterment. But as I have already pointed out to you earlier, don't get disheartened. We are taking enough measures as institutions, and the company, there also people are working. They are not heavenly bodies coming and working there. So they are also prone to all these issues, and they equally sympathize with what has happened throughout. So all these things are getting, you will be considered for all these things. And let me tell you from another angle, despite all these things are happening, and you might be thinking that the industry will be down and out and we won't get anything. See, as you know, Nitie is a professional technical institutions, and obviously the stakes are high, and there is a huge industry, industry institute interaction, where we are a feeder institutes to the industry, premier industries in the country and abroad. So, let me tell you the latest figures with regard to the number of PPOs which Nitie has received. It is nothing less than what the earlier years have been. So the things are pretty encouraging. And so I would say, from that point of view, as far as your jobs and all those prospects are concerned, I don't see any change from what a normal year would have been. Till then, but don't get disheartened as a student community. Don't get disheartened. This is the time to reinvent yourselves, to have a relook at the way world is functioning, and to reprioritize the things in life. Say, it's not money, it's not the job, or it's they are the normal offshoots of our endeavor. They are the normal offshoots of our intelligence, our efforts, our hard work, wherever we are. So, but beyond that, there are many things more important to life. As a cricketer who plays for 10 years or 15 years, he says at some point of time, there is more to life than just cricket. So you must all of us must realize it's not for you only, for every individual, including us. This has come as a breath of fresh air. Why don't you look at the environment and see the cleanliness that is there all around? Have you looked at the Mumbai sky? I had never seen in last close to 10 years Mumbai sky being so clear, crystal clear. I took my kids to the terrace and showed them, see, this is the sky we were all used to in our teenage days. I mean, they look like the wall paintings, the wallpapers, computer wallpapers. That look too good to be real for our kids, particularly who are used to the hazy skies, and they were struggling to find where is the blue sky there beneath. So there is a silver lining to everything, and this particular scenario is not going to remain for infinite period. So it is only a transitional phase. So my request to all of you is, you are all matured a lot, particularly those who are particularly in our student clientele. It's you are all matured lot, and you take things in your stride, just like all of us, and wait for all the better things to come, which are in store for you. I think there are many things in this session for you to learn. The engineering from within, that's a very wonderful term which been coined for this. And we will have 4 sessions, as I was apprised by Professor Nikhil Mehta-ji. And I don't want to spend more time on this. I would like to hand over this to Professor Nikhil for further proceedings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm glad to share the brief profile of Dr. Sunita Didi Chandak. Born in 1969 in a business family in Mumbai, Raj Yogini, Dr. B.K. Sunita Didi has a powerful, clear personal vision to bring science, psychology, and spirituality together in the service of developing world sovereign through self-sovereignty. She is an international management consultant. Dr. Sunita Didi is a holder of PhD degree in spirituality and management after MBA in executive management from Southern Adventist University, Tennessee, USA. Associated with Brahma Kumari since 40 years, life member of its media wing. Presently, she is a senior Raj Yoga teacher at Shantivan, Brahma Kumari's headquarters, Abu Road. She is a winner of 100 plus national and international accolades, and to name few, she was honored with award in Human Values in Profession, Best Concept Academy Award 2014 as a director of 13-episode documentary talk show, Hindi film known as Nari Ko Nahi, Naritva Ko Dekhiye, Ek Vaicharik Kranti. She was also awarded with Amazing Speaker Award 2016 at Washington, D.C., USA, Outstanding Speaker Award 2016. She was awarded with Distinguished Spiritual Entrepreneur Award 2016, Pride of City Award 2018, Femina Woman Super Achiever Award 2018, and the list is long, long and long. As a reputed international management consultant, Dr. Sunita Didi deals successfully with behavioral issues of various corporates, to name few like SR Industries, Reliance Industries, Larsen & Toubro, Indian Oil Corporation, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, and again the list is long and long. She has authored a book, Key to Unlock Exam Stress, and has published various inspirational and motivational articles in various international journals. She has been invited as an honorable guest speaker, chief guest, keynote speaker in various national and international conferences of various management institutes and social clubs like Lions and Rotary on various value-based leadership, business media, and women-related themes, and applauded with outstanding ovation. Raj Yogini, Dr. B.K. Sunita Didi has toured various places in India, UK, USA, Canada, Singapore, Dubai, on invitations to conduct interactive workshops on various self-motivational, interpersonal, and spiritual themes. Dr. Raj Yogini, P.K. Sunita Didi is known for her high engaging, high energy style, practical wisdom, reality-based thinking, sense of humor, and her ability to make learning a fun. The power that is behind her extraordinary effect on people is not found just in what she enables them to learn, but in what she makes them feel and to be through own positive vibrations and attitude practiced profoundly in her daily life. Ma'am, over to you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. And Om Shanti. So first of all, today is Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti and Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti. So our deep, deep gratitude to both of these, our legendary leaders, who have set an example of re-engineering from within, which is our topic today. What we heard about the entire history from the starting of Corona till now at Niti by Professor Acharyaji, that also shows that what has been the most important factor up till now, which was not there earlier, which Corona has made it possible, and that is re-engineering from within. And that is what we are going to see in more depth today. Yes, it's very important to re-engineer ourselves from within. Because what have we been doing up till now and what we are learning in our academics also, it's all about engineering that which is outside, in the outer world. Engineering such things, such comforts that improves the standard of living of human beings. But remember, Gandhiji said that you are not only a human being, but you are a humane. That is, you need to see within yourself. You are a genuine person inside. It's not only the personality outside that counts. It's the character inside that counts. And therefore, it is that humanity, that genuineness, that peace which is within us, that power of love which is there within us, that power of forgiveness which is there within us. That is the thing which is very, very essential in order to grow up in a good leader, as Gandhiji and Lal Bahadur Shastriji exemplified in their lives. It is said that when Shastriji became the second Prime Minister of India, at that time when he went out to do shopping, to shop saris for his wife, the shopkeeper gave all costly saris in front of him. He put all the costly saris, but he said, no, please. He was the humblest prime minister that he ever had, it is said. And he said, no, I just don't want such costly ones. Please show me simple ones, right? And then the shopkeeper said, okay, I'll gift away you all this. But yet he said, no, that is the character. That is re-engineering from within. These examples of these leaders who worked upon those qualities which are inside us, which is our original identity, that is our character. And they worked upon that. They followed them. They never said, Gandhiji never said that I am the leader, follow me, and do as I say. What I say has to be done. Today, we have become so arrogant with all the achievements and whatever we are having. We feel that whatever we do, that is right. And we keep proving ourselves that, yes, we are right. But Gandhiji never did that. He followed the principles, his principles of truth, non-violence. And that made him a good leader because he never went into proving himself, but only on improving himself. And that is the power of transformation, which is the power that comes from within. And that is re-engineering from within. As Professor Acharyaji rightly said, that today is the information age. Lots and lots of information we are getting from everywhere. And we need to check, just give a pause and check. And this is thanks to Corona, which is allowing us to give a pause to our life, which was so hectic, which was so much busy in, going outside, doing, achieving everything that is outside, all professional achievements outside. I remember once when I contacted Nitie and I asked them that whether we could have some good interactive session, and I got a reply, oh, we are only focusing on the technical development, right? And now Corona has, taught us this lesson, that it is not only technical development which is essential, but it is the inner development which is also essential. And therefore, that inner development, that re-engineering from within is something which has become a very, very need of the hour today. And this, if we learn it, and this, if we do it, and this, if we become, then it's very, very easy for us to, in fact, bring our dreams into reality. Because what is the aim of an engineer is to bring the dreams into reality. And NITI is a National Institute of Industrial for the Industrial Engineers. And so what is the main motto of the industrial engineers is to eliminate the waste in the production, right? So wherever there's production, the main thing is to eliminate the waste. So let us remember that there is a great production here inside us, in our mind, which is the biggest factory that 24/7, 365 days, we are here. There's a factory inside and we are the owners of that factory. And let us pay attention and become such a responsible engineer that we eliminate all the waste thoughts that we are producing in this factory. Because if we do that, then we can really create a world. Just imagine a world where there is no sorrow at all, where there are all types of achievements. The standard of living is very good, but at the same time, standard of life is also at the highest, at the peak. So we have all the comforts, but then we also have the inner contentment, the satisfaction that we want. We have everything, whatever we want, but there is no sorrow. Imagine a world where there is no disease at all. There's no problems at all. Where there's only and only happiness and happiness. Where there's only and only peace and peace. Where there's only and only harmony and harmony. And that type of world, yes, we can create. Now, this Corona is taking us towards that shift that we need to now work upon, creating such type of world. And the basis to create that type of world is re-engineering from within, is to step back, is to pause in your life, step back, come back to your own self, to your original identity as who you are. Whatever is the professional achievement is there today, may not be there tomorrow. But if we re-engineer from within and whatever we achieve that inside us, in our inner world, that is permanent. And that will manifest into a world which will give us permanent happiness. Today, whatever we have been creating, with whatever we have been designing, whatever we have been inventing, all the advanced technology that we are having, at our feet today, at just a click, everything is at a click today. But that all is there along with sorrow, along with hurt, along with pain, along with all type of things which we do not like, which we do not want in our life. They are all there along with all these things. And therefore, today we are having this virus, the negative virus of Corona. In spite of all the technological advancement and everything, there is this virus. And, it may, and it's creating that fear, and it is creating all types of negativity in us. Why is it so? Because we have not paying attention on our here inside, our true identity of who we are, like our basis of that we are not a human being, but we are a spiritual being in a human body. So that spirit, that spiritual identity, which is the creator of all the creation that is outside. We are so lost into the creation that we have forgotten ourselves as a creator and to focus on ourselves. So as Professor Acharya said, that look out in the sky is so clear. So this is the time that we've got to see the sky. So let us look within that unlimited sky that is there, inside us, which we can actually achieve that. We can fly to that unlimited heights only when we go beyond the limitations. When we come out of the comfort zone, then only we can fly to that unlimited and achieve what we want. It's only when we dive deep within us. Because whatever is outside is only a problem, but the solution is inside here. So we need to take the courage, a step of courage, that to bounce back, take a step of courage to pause and go within, to take a step of courage to go beyond our comforts, what you say, a comfort zone. I recall a story about an egg of an eagle which had fallen, down from a mountain into a valley down, and there were all chickens there, hens and chickens there. So one mother hen, when she saw this big egg, she said that, oh, God has sent something for me, and she, with great love, nurtured that egg. And then when that egg hatched, there was this eagle, a baby eagle which came out of it. And since the baby eagle was now with the chickens, with the family of the chickens, the hens and chickens, and it was taught everything to do according as a chicken does. So that eagle actually, it adopted everything what the chicken does. It was walking like a chicken. It was, everything, what they're eating like a chicken, everything. It had the wings, it could fly in the air, the eagle, but only a little bit ahead the ground and then again back on the ground, because it was all with the chicken, and it was just following the chicken, and all type of personality traits of a chicken it had adopted. But since it was originally, it is an eagle, the original identity is of an eagle. So it was like there was a craving inside to go beyond the capacity of a chicken and to fly. But since it was nurtured like a chicken, it was finding itself very difficult doing this. And a farmer, when he saw this, and he said, oh, this eagle, baby eagle, amidst the chicken, and it's not able to fly, which it should fly. So he thought, okay, let me hold this baby eagle into my hand and, allow it to freely fly. And so he took that baby eagle and let it go into the air. But then, after a few moments, it just fell down on the ground because it had not learned to fly like an eagle. And so again, it went down on the ground. Then again, that farmer said, okay, let me try some another trick. And so what he did, he climbed up the tree with that baby eagle, and from the top of the tree, he flew the eagle into the air. But then again, from that height also, the eagle, that baby eagle, just dropped down on the ground. So then there was a wise person, and that wise person, when he saw the efforts that farmer was doing and everything was going in vain, nothing was being successful, then what he did was, he just, he held the neck of the baby eagle, and he allowed the baby eagle to see up that open sky, which up till now he had never seen, because like a chicken, his neck was down, facing down, and what is there in the ground, he was only seeing that. So when he holded his neck and up facing the sky, that rays of the sun might be hurting his eyes, and he was like feeling, because first time seeing that. But then, he continued, the wise man continued in spite of all that hurt and pain that he was undergoing. he continued him seeing up the sky. And for long, when he saw up the sky, and then that eagle gained that confidence, that realization that, its home is that sky. And so then that wise man let it go free up, and he flew like a free bird in the sky. So this is what is happening to us also. We are also like, independent. We do not like to be dependent. And that's what Gandhiji worked upon, giving Swarajya, giving independence, right? And what is real independence is not to be dependent on all the worldly objects that are outside, but to be independent, that is dependent on what is inside us, our values, our qualities, our strengths. So we need to be independent. And when we are independent upon our values, our qualities and all, then we can really fly to the unlimited wherever we want. Up till now, what we are doing is we have become so dependent on the possessions, on the comforts that are there, that if they are not there today, a mobile is lost or a watch is lost or whatever is not there today, we feel, oh, the life is gone. The person feels that now there's no life at all. We have seen so many suicide cases because of the corona, because of the financial losses and everything, because people think that money is everything. But actually, if money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, yes, something is lost. But if character is lost, everything is lost. And therefore, what is everything? What is the real treasure? The real treasure is our character, our personality traits, our inner values of peace, love, purity, forgiveness. That is our real treasure. And if we lose that treasure, then everything is lost. That is a permanent loss. And therefore, this corona has taught us this lesson to value that treasure that is there inside us and not to be dependent upon that which is outside us. Come out of your comfort zone. Initially, there might be that pain, that struggle inside, but continue. Do not lose hope. Continue with your positivity. Identify yourself with whom you are inside rather than what you have achieved outside. When you do that, and when you identify with your inner self, that I'm not this body, but if you dissect from here and here, then near the pituitary gland, near the hypothalamus, which is a seat of emotions, here I am that sentient being, that अजर अमर अविनाशी जिसको कहते हैं, ऐसी में चेतन शक्ति आत्मा, I am here in the center of the forehead. And when I realized that this is my true identity, that I am this sentient being, then my original identity is peace. My original identity is love. My original identity is forgiveness. As Gandhiji said, that forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. And when you change yourself, you are in control, you are strong. So instead of just proving yourself, I need to improve myself here inside, within, re-engineer myself and see myself, my attributes of forgiveness, love, peace, remind myself again and again, that this is me. I'm a peaceful soul. I am a soul who is always forgiving. I am a soul which is full of love, because love is the greatest force, which makes us very powerful. And so if our life is based on this inner values, if we value that, then we will open the hearts of the people, because it is said that if you are intelligent, you gain more and more of knowledge, technological knowledge and all types of knowledge, then you open your minds. And if you are beautiful, handsome, you open the eyes of the people. But then if you are genuine from inside, and if you are strong in your character from inside, then you actually open the hearts of the people, right? So this is what we need to be. We need to be intelligent, beautiful, but most important, to be very, very value-based. And if we practice our values, and if we re-engineer ourselves and practice our original qualities, then we will radiate that into the environment, because it's the law of attraction. Whatever you create a thought inside, you attract that from the universe. So if I create a thought that I am a peaceful soul, then I radiate that into the universe and I attract peace in my life. If I create a thought that I'm a loveful being, then I radiate that into the universe and I attract that love in my life. If I create a thought that I'm a soul with abundance, I have everything that I want in my life, I radiate that thought in the universe and I attract that in my life. So this is the re-engineering from within. And when we do this re-engineering from within, then we can actually create, manifest a world free of all diseases, a world free of all sorrow, a world free of all accidents, a world free of all types of hurts, but a world full of peace, a world full of harmony, a world every time where there is health and health and health. And this is the greatest task of an engineer, to reinvent. Now is the time that Corona has given us this opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to regenerate ourselves, to make our values so strong that we actually manifest that type of world outside and give that best of standard of living with the best of the standard of life to everyone. And that we can do only with the power of silence. Because I remember that when, as the professor said, that it was 100 years ago that there might have been some situation like this, So there was a time long, long back when in London there was a pandemic. And when in that pandemic, the scientist Newton, what he did, he was also the victim of that. But he just didn't sat down and complaining and grumbling that, oh no, what shall I do? How shall I go ahead? What to do? But what he did was he sat in silence under a tree, and it was during that time that apple fell on his head. And then all the laws of Newton laws started. So the invention is always done in the power of silence. That power of non-violence is Gandhiji and Lal Bahadur Shastri ji taught us. That non-violence, that peace, which is our treasure, if we work upon that, if we think upon that, and if we be that, जब हम वैसा बनेंगे, जब हम अंदर से अपने आप को शांति का अनुभव करेंगे और ऐसा बनेंगे, तब हम बाहर वैसी दुनिया हम ले आएंगे. क्योंकि जो हम सोचेंगे, जो हम विजुअलाइज करेंगे, वही हम प्रैक्टिकल कर्म में करेंगे. और वो बार बार करके वो हमारे संस्कार बनेंगे. और जैसा हमारा संस्कार होगा, वैसा ही हमारा संसार होगा. तो यदि हम सचमुच में एक सत्युगी संसार लाना चाहते हैं इस धरा पर, तो उसके लिए हमें पहले अपने आप को यहाँ अंदर में अपने आप को वो सत्युगी संस्कार री इंजीनियर करना होगा. और वो संस्कार री इंजीनियर करने के लिए हमें जो शक्ति चाहिए, the knowledge that we want to re-engineer these type of sanskars, the deity sanskars in us, the power that we want can only come from the one who has this knowledge and power in it. And there is nobody in this world who has this knowledge and power. It's only and only that God, the ultimate, that supreme power, which has this knowledge and which has this power, who can give us this power to re-engineer ourselves from within to such an extent that no matter what the situation is outside, but we remain in our identity of peace. No matter what the situation is outside, but we remain only and only positive inside. So we need to have that power, because our battery is like the battery of a mobile, which has a limited power, maybe 4,000 mAh, maybe 5,000. The latest could be whatever, but it is not a battery that will never discharge, right? Because we are using this into our action, the energy that we have. And then what is happening is, while we are using this energy into action, we are becoming the victim of the negative energy around and losing our energy. So in order to recharge ourselves, as we recharge the mobile, and today we have the technique of very fast recharging, and that fastest recharging is only possible if you're connected with that much of greater bandwidth, that power bank, the powerhouse. Then only you can actually fast. You have a particular cable of fast recharging, then only it will fast recharge. So also, if we really want to instantly recharge ourselves, when we find ourselves to be very low in certain situation, we are finding our energy to go low. There's someone who has done something which is not as per what we wanted, and we find, feel hurt. But then again, instantly let us recharge of being positive, and that is possible if we connect ourselves, the soul cable, with the supreme cable, and that is the powerhouse, the supreme. And only if we connect with him, then we can instantly recharge ourselves into happiness, into positivity, into the state of bliss, into the state of peace and all values. And that inner stability will bring stability in our entire family, in our entire world, and that will give harmony, that will bring harmony in our body, which will increase our immunity system, it will strengthen our immunity system, and this will help us to, be unaffected by all the negative energies that are around us, and stay positive. As Gandhiji and Shastriji, they stayed with their values, they stayed with their character, and everything followed them. They only followed their values, and everyone else followed them. So let us follow the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi ji, of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji in our life. And that would be a real tribute and gratitude to them today. And not only for today, but do it every now and then, and make it our character trait, make it our personality trait, make it our sanskar, so that we can bring that sansar, which what we want in our, that sansar that we really want in our life. So for that, let us do those, sit in silence and experience that moments of re-engineering within. Yes. So let us sit back straight and with a smile on our face. Let us take a step back, press the pause button inside the factory here in our mind, and create only one thought, that I am a peaceful soul. And see this thought of peace is radiating the vibrations of peace around. There is an aura of peace all around. And in this peace, in this stillness, in this positive state of mind, feel the love, the selfless love for everyone. Feel the power of being in control of your mind. Visualizing yourself to be victorious in every scene of your life. Just see this body as a car and the mind as the driver. Just like in a car, the driver which is in the driving seat, while driving the car, is focused on the direction in which it has to go, on the destination where it has to go. and is not distracted by the other things around. So also, in this body which is like a car, I, the soul, like a star, I'm a driver in the center of the forehead, focused on my direction, which is inside me, on my destination, which is of a peaceful being. And just like in the lake, which is flowing very peacefully, it is very transparent. And deep below, you can see all the shells and the jewels. So also in my mind, which is flowing very peacefully, the thoughts are flowing very peacefully, very clear, clean, with no negativity. And I see the gems of knowledge, the gems of positivity growing inside me. Strengthening my willpower. And then again, let me visualize this body like a cage. And just like a bird in the cage wants to be free from the cage and fly to the sky, I, the star, I'm like a bird in this cage, the body. And let me fly beyond the limitations of the body. Fly to the unlimited sky inside. To the unlimited strengths that I have inside. That energy, the positive energy. Let me fly, visualize with your intellect, flying beyond the sky to a golden red sky. And in that golden red sky, you see diamonds shining there. Beautiful scene. This is our home. Stay home, stay safe. This is our real home. Free from all the negativity. Free from all the noise of peacelessness. We are very, very peaceful here. And here you see very carefully a beautiful diamond, a flawless diamond. And this is the Almighty, the Supreme Power, who is the ocean of peace, who is the ocean of love, who is the ocean of forgiveness. Visualize very clearly, being very close to Him. Thank Him for whatever He has given to you. And make a determined thought that from now onwards, I will give time to be my true self, to be who I am, to be this my original identity. To use this knowledge of my original identity to manifest the world that I want to manifest. Feel yourself safe under the canopy of God. There's so much of unlimited happiness here on the lap of God. That no negative virus can enter here. With this inner re-engineering, let us visualize back in the center of the forehead ourselves. And when we look out into this world through these eyes, we see others also in their original form, at peace, at love. All beautiful flowers of God's garden. Accept them as they are. Forgive them for what you don't like in them. And with great love, have good wishes for them. Because it's only all of us together when we are on this inner level of peace that we can actually manifest a world of peace, a world which is completely full of happiness, health, wealth, and divine character. So thank you. And once again, wish you all the best for re-engineering yourself from within. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Dr. Chandak. Improvement from within is very important. Soul that has learned to forgive, genuine and strong in character from inside. We can open heart of others only and when we become a value based in our natures, finding gratitude in everything and making determined thoughts for being real me is something that we need to take forward in re-engineering ourselves. Thank you, Dr. Chandak, to enlighten us in this regard. I open the forum for question and answers. Please give your questions so that we may be able to put forward to Dr. Chandak and should be able to address. So I'm looking forward to the questions you have. And Dr. Sunita Didi will be able to respond to your questions.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Om Shanti Didi. I am Sushant. So my question to you is, first of all, thank you very much for the guided meditation. I'm actually feeling a lot of pounds less. I'm feeling very light after this meditation. Thank you for that. Didi, when I was in meditation, when in between the meditation, I find that there were some guilts that is coming from the past that keep keep me attracting towards it. So, uh, is it practice or there is something else? Should I distract it? That should distract me from going to back to that guilt?
question. How to overcome the guilt. Okay. So, yes, whatever we have done in wrong in the past, so that will come in front of us when we are sitting in silence, right? And when that comes, first thing what we need to do is to love ourselves and to forgive ourselves. Because it's a very good thing that there's a realization that I have done wrong something in the past. So now what? So now I need to focus on the present moment and tell myself that whatever was done was in the past. But now I want to improve myself, and to be ready to improve, learn the lesson from that past. So focus on improving yourself. And when I am ready to improve myself, automatically I will focus on the present moment. And let me focus on the present moment, that now whatever I create, the thought will be my reality. Whatever was done, that was my past. But now whatever I create, that will be my reality. So love yourself, forgive yourself, and focus in the present to make a new reality for yourself. So when you do that, when you have that aim, that goal in front of you, that now the next step is to improve myself, then you start working upon that goal, automatically overcome the guilt. Yes? Thank you.
Thank you, Sushant, for the question. Any more questions?
So it's good, everybody. सभी प्रसन्न हो गए हैं, प्रश्न नहीं है ना, प्रश्न से प्रसन्नचित हो गए हैं. That is really fine. That is really good. If anybody wants to ask, they can actually unmute themselves and ask. In the Zoom, and anybody on YouTube, you may please type on the YouTube, on the live chat. Yes. And tomorrow evening, I have just messaged that there's a very good live session on my channel, and that is on Intezar nahi karo, intezam karo. Because you all are waiting when this corona will go away, when this corona will go away, right? So let us not do intezar, waiting and waiting, but let us do that intezam. So we will be focusing on that. So do join us tomorrow in the evening. Yes, it's from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Yes. My question. There is one question come from Pradyat ji on YouTube. And the question is, how do I increase my concentration as I get disturbed too often when attending online classes? Yes, Pradyat ji. So that's also a very, very common question, very important question today, everybody, because everything is online. Education is also online. Everything is going on online, and there are so many things online. And everything is sometimes so interesting, and sometimes, so everything you say, it's so distracting. But let us take the responsibility. When I say that, everything is distracting me, again, we are blaming the situation outside. But when you will say that this is my responsibility, I have the power to choose, then you will use your power to choose what you want. So you won't say that I get distracted, but you say I'm responsible and I have a power to choose. And then choose what you want. Then you will be focused. But if you use the statement, or if you have the thought that I get distracted, then you'll always be distracted. So never tell yourself that I get distracted. Tell yourself I am responsible and I have the power to choose. And then choose what you want to do. So then you won't get distracted. Your concentration will increase. And another thing is to increase your concentration is to whatever you are listening to, present moment, you just focus not only with these eyes, but focus with your inner eye, the eye of the intellect, and start visualizing whatever you are reading or listening to. So when you start doing that, you start visualizing, you start feeling that, then automatically you're concentrated on that. Okay, so thank you so much. Yes. Other questions, Nikhil ji?
Mr. Rohit Kumar Jha is asking, what are the best affirmations I can do to remain focused on my goal?
Yes, very nice. The best affirmation is that in order to be focused on the goal is I need to break the record of yesterday today. Whatever I achieved yesterday was yesterday, but today I need to break the record of that. So let me be focused on achieving that goal, right? So that will make you focus on achieving your goal. This is one very good, affirmation to increase your enthusiasm. And another affirmation is, I am victorious. I can achieve it. I am doing it. And whatever is your goal, you say, I am that. I'm already that. Already be into that feeling. And that will also make you reach your goal. So always and always, it's only a positive affirmation. But again, it depends on particularly what goal you have. Just visualize that goal, feel that goal, and feel that yes, you are already, accomplished that goal. You are already victorious over that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Titi. Another question coming from Mr. Abhishek Pandey. Good evening, ma'am. How to find the perfect balance between personal and professional lives, that too during the pandemic, when there is no defined boundary between them?
Yes, very nice, because we are like into a classroom which has no walls. So this online education is like that, isn't it? And like, because when we are doing everything online and from home, then people say, okay, we can do anytime, anything. So at least office hours was like morning time to go and evening and then come back. But now everything in online, so it's like you're doing from home, so you can do anytime, anything. So your question is a really very apt one according to the present situation. And in that, let us understand that balance is not an external factor again. Balance is inside here, it's within us, right? So it is not balance of what we are doing, but it is of whatever we are doing, let me be while what I am doing. So I have two types of rest. One thing is what I need to do, and another thing is what I want to be while I want to do. So whatever task that you are doing it, also make a list that I am a soul which is full of peace and a peaceful being doing this task. I am a loveful being doing this task. So when you, from inside you are out, rather than outside in, you are inside out. So that means you are first here what you are, you be that, and then when you do that, what will happen is you will not leak out your positive energy, because you'll carry all that positive energy into the task, and within less time, because you're not wasting your energy, so within less time you'll be able to do more, and you'll be able to do it with greater concentration and finish it off early, and then you'll be ready, because you are being peaceful and doing it, so you regain that positivity into you, and so you're ready for the next task which is there in front of you. So like that, you will be able to do multitasking. And to do multitasking in that way, we need a lot of greater bandwidth of positivity inside. So do not forget to connect yourself with the supreme power. Take a moment of every hour to connect yourself with the supreme power. And when you do that, you increase your bandwidth. And when the bandwidth is increased, then you can stream the same video on multiple platforms, without any drop down of frames or any drop down of all this video things, right? So without dropping down our energy, we can actually do so many tasks one after the other by just being who we are inside and connecting with the Supreme. So meditation, practice of meditation will help you do that. So balance is within, because balance is in your satisfaction of what you do, not in what you're doing, not how much time you give to your personal or professional. It's not equal time giving to both, but it is actually your inner satisfaction to whatever you do, whether you're doing a personal task or whether you're doing a professional task. If you're doing with inner satisfaction, then you will finish that task with that ease and you'll be successful. And then when you go to shift your task from personal to professional or professional to personal, then again with that level of energy, that energy of satisfaction, again you will do that task also, and that will help you to keep a balance in both the tasks. So balance is more of inner satisfaction. Okay, so it is within. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Maybe two more questions to go. Mr. Rohit Manas has asked a question, and I think it's a common question many of the individuals are facing these days. His question is, what can help him to stay focused on his targets and stay motivated amidst these unprecedented times?
Yes. Whatever is uncertain, whatever is unprecedented, it's outside. What is certain here inside is my inner strengths, my capacities, my capabilities, my skills. They are which are inside me. They're permanent. So let me focus on harnessing them. Because if I don't sharpen my saw, then what is going to happen? If I just, focus on cutting the trees with the saw every time, and I say I want to increase the productivity, I want to increase everything so that I can get more and more promotion and everything. But then what is going to happen at the end of the day? Because the saw is not sharpened and you're still cutting and cutting, the productivity will be less because of the blunt saw. So this is the time that I need to sharpen my saw also, and therefore give time insight to myself. So let me focus on my inner being and create positive thoughts that will motivate me every time. And remember, whatever is uncertain, that is only outside. My positivity, which is inside, it is there with me, it is in my control. And therefore, I can increase it, and day by day, it is in my control. Outside is not my control, but my inside, my positivity is in my control. The power to choose is in my control. So work upon that, focus upon that, and you will remain motivated. Thank you.
Thank you, Didi. There's another question. Sandeep Kumar has asked, there are many things I plan for during the day, but I end up doing very less. How should I plan to get it done as needed?
Yes. So the same answer I would like you to follow is whatever you're planning your to-do list, plan your to-do list. Because when you plan your to-do list, then you will be able to achieve. And the one more important thing is whatever you're planning it, plan it during the early morning hours. Very early morning before the sunrise, get up early, and because during that time, whatever thought you will create, it enters into your subconscious mind, and it's like an auto mode, because it's like an automatic machine. You have that numbers there, that so much of minute, you do this type of washing and that type of washing, and you just set that mode and you leave it, right? So also early in the morning, if you get up early and then you plan out your whole day, you visualize all your plans, right? So that will feed into your subconscious mind, and then during the day it will run like an auto mode, and automatically it will be like a replay for you, so you'll be using less of your energy. So it is said that more time you give in planning, less time you give in execution of it, and you are more successful, right? So let's do that. And one another thing is also before going to sleep. For getting up early in the morning, to do that, to be successful, to get up early in the morning and do it, before going to sleep, plan out your next day. Clean out the whole day's all that negativity through meditation, and create those positive thoughts in your mind. And with that positivity, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep very tired. Sit consciously, choose that I'm peaceful, I'm energetic. Go to sleep. First, make yourself energetic, plan your next day, and see that you are very successful. Everything is going on very positively, everything is going very nicely. And with that positive energy, go to sleep. So next morning, the first thought is, yes, I'm successful. Yes, I can do it. And then, everything will go accordingly. So before going to sleep, and as soon as you wake up in the morning, early morning, please focus upon that. Thank you. Om Shanti.
There are many questions coming up. Just last one question, one more question, last one question we'll go with. Mr. Santosh Kanan has asked, very important and very pertinent question. How to find what I really want in my life? And I'm currently going in a path without any target, like a flow of air. Is it good or is it bad?
So, in order to know what you really want in your life, just sit relaxed, and think yourself that you're not this body and you are a star, a shining star here in the center of your forehead. And focus yourself on this star in the center of your forehead, very relaxed way. And there you'll see that what you really want is that peace, the love, the bliss, the positivity. This is what we all really want. Yes. And when you find that this is what you really want, then you just start working upon that. Start feeling that in your life. And in meditation, when you start working upon that, start feeling upon that, and you connect with the Supreme, His energy will help you to manifest what you really want. Yes, thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. Now I think it's time for vote of thanks. I, on behalf of National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, and the entire team, Professor Padmanabh Acharya, Professor Purnima Sangle, Dr. Smriti Patel, our media relation teams, thank Dr. Sunita Didi Chandak for illuminating us with her talk. My gratitude to all the faculty members, officers, staff members, parents, and dear students to have taken out their time and attend this session. Our special gratitude to our Revered Director, Sir, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, to have supported us in our endeavor of enabling students to live their lives happily, effectively, and productively, and becoming resilient over time with the help of life skills, even in these face of challenges and roadblocks. He could not join today because of his last-minute busy schedule. He has sent his good wishes and blessings on this occasion. Before we close the event, let us remind again of the toll-free National Manodarpan helpline initiated by Ministry of Education. Please note 844-844-0632. I repeat, 844-844-0632. Our next session will be scheduled on October 14, 2020 from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and the speaker of the event shall be Ms. Palak Sardana,